The law of God was not nailed to the cross. Sin was. It was the darkest hour in human history. The Son of God hung between heaven and earth, beaten, bloodied, broken. And in that moment, every sin ever committed by man was placed on him. Lies, adultery, blasphemy, murder, covetousness, Sabbath breaking, all of it, nailed to that cross. But what wasn't nailed there? The law of God. You heard that right. Despite what modern preachers shout from their pulpits, the law was not the enemy Christ came to destroy. Sin was. Let this strike you like thunder, you skeptics, pastors, priests, imams, and Sunday defenders. You say the 10 Commandments were nailed to the cross? Then why does Romans 7:12 say, "Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good"? Would Christ nail something holy to the cross? Would God crucify that which is just and good? Never. Colossians 2:14 is the verse you twist, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. But that's not the 10 Commandments. That's the Mosaic Law, the handwritten ordinances, rituals, shadows, and sacrifices of the Old Covenant. The 10 Commandments were not written by Moses. They were carved in stone by the finger of God. Exodus 31:18. God's law wasn't against us. Sin was. Sin brings death. Sin separates us from God. Sin is what Christ came to destroy, not the mirror that shows us our filth. Romans 3:20 declares, "By the law is the knowledge of sin." If the law is gone, how do you even define sin? You say, we're under grace. Yes, but grace is not lawlessness. Grace is pardon, not permission. Romans 6:1-2. Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? God forbid. Listen carefully. If the law was nailed to the cross, then there is no more sin. And if there is no more sin, then you don't need a Savior, which makes the cross of Christ pointless. But sin still exists. Murder is still wrong. Lying is still evil. Adultery is still a sin. And the Sabbath, the 4th commandment, is still holy. What did Jesus nail to the cross? Your sin, your guilt, your condemnation. He became sin for us. 2 Corinthians 5:21. He bore our iniquities. He fulfilled the ceremonial law, but the moral law, the 10 Commandments, remains as unshakable as God's own throne. Jesus didn't come to destroy the law. He said it plainly in Matthew 5:17, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." And he warned, "Till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." Well, look around. Is heaven still above? Is earth still beneath your feet? Then God's law still stands. So stop spreading the lie. The cross is not where God killed his law. It's where he killed your sin. The cross is not a license to break the commandments. It's the proof that breaking them requires death. So I ask you, pastor, priest, skeptic, imam, if sin was nailed to the cross and not the law, then why do you keep rejecting the law? Why do you keep trampling the Sabbath, excusing idolatry, minimizing adultery, tolerating theft, and ignoring the holy standard? The law stands. Sin falls. God is still holy, and his law still reflects his character. The cross proves it.